31k on the first. I think we're going to go ahead and have to wait because we got these skills going. Oh my God. Rest in peace. Rest in peace. Great damage testing, man. Yeah. What's going on, everybody? It's Childish. We're back at it again, getting ready to bring you a new Guild War battle, but with the new unit. Today, actually, it was about 2 days ago. I was taking a look at my monster box, and if you guys already saw me on Facebook and Twitter, you already know what's up. I was looking at, and I'm like, man, I ain't got nothing that I want to build, but I was taking a look at some of the units that have been kind of sitting there with, like, 3 to 5, 5 to 10 skill ups or whatnot. And I was thinking about this unit that I really wanted to build, and that is Sue the Water Rakshasa. When I came in the game, I think this was one of the first, if not the second, Holy Heroes. Not the first or second Holy Heroes, but one of the first ones that was available to me, but I couldn't do it because I was not high enough. So when I looked at his kit, I was like, man, it's not too bad at all. But I didn't get a chance to build it, until now. So we're gonna go ahead and use this in our Guild War match. But before that, I have put on some decent runes, so we'll do a little bit of damaging and TOA hard. Maybe throw it in DB10 to kind of see if it would synergize well with my team. And then last but not least, we'll get into that Guild War match for you guys and see if we can find a team that can work really well with their kit. Okay, so again, if you're not familiar with the kit, don't you worry. We're gonna take a look at it right now. Sue the Water Rakshasa, part of that Rakshasa family. Definitely overlooked due to the fact of Hua being such a strong Rakshasa in that category here. First skill swing, we got a skill that's going to be like all the other Rakshasas, providing that attack speed decrease for 2 turns with a 50% chance it's going to be able to go up to 85% when it's max. This skill being based on attack speed, or the damage will increase based on attack speed there. Next one up, we got fast swing, being able to hit 3 times and provide continuous damage for 2 turns each if you land that critical hit. As you saw right there, I did make sure that I got this unit on a maximum amount of critical rate so we could take advantage of that skill. For those that are not familiar with the recent change, one of the recent monster balance patches, this skill used to be an attack-based skill, but now they have switched it so that the damage also increases as the attack speed decreases, increases. And then last but not least, one of the ones that I really want to get into today, Delicate Web. This is the one thing that I've always enjoyed, taking a look at, and I think it's undervalued here. This is a damage dealing skill that's going to provide a hit point recovery for you, right? It's going to provide a life tap essentially for 50% of the inflicted damage. The attack is guaranteed to stun for 1 turn if the enemy is suffering more than 2 harmful effects. So, when you think about this unit overall and what it provides, it's going to be providing 3 harmful effects on this skill, 1 harmful effect on that. A lot of people like to build this one in like a violent set so they can take advantage of that. But as you know, a violent set, while I do feel it's one of the better sets for her, it's not going to be a guaranteed combination. So when I was thinking about this unit, I was obviously looking to try it out, but considering now with the first 2 skills being speed based and whatnot, you can make an argument for a lot of variety of sets, but of course the top 2 being violent and swift. Of course I don't have that in this testing and whatnot here, but I think it didn't really matter because again what I'm looking to do is test this particular skill. Even though this is a skill that's not based on attack speed, the one thing that I want to point out to, and the one thing that we don't look at when it comes to some of these Nat 4s, is the cooldown times. If you look at a lot of the key units out there in the game today when it comes to the Nat 4 skill, if they don't have some game-changing like damage dealing skill like illusion or whatnot, some of these units have some really unique skills that are on low cooldown times, and having those low cooldown times paired with a violent set can be pretty strong in the PvP world. This skill right here, this life tap with a high damage multiplier, if you max it out, can be reduced to a 3-turn cooldown. The second skill is not too bad. That's pretty typical, having a 3-turn cooldown. But for most of the units out there in the 4-star category, being able to have a third skill, their big, damage dealing skill, whatever, on a 3-turn cooldown is kind of rare, so it's not too bad at all. To finish off with this, this is another one of the recent patches. I mean, not recent, but a while back. It got an attack power universal buff, so that's pretty nice because again, you can use it wherever you want. When this unit gets awakened, you're going to get a critical rate bonus, so it's really nice for the people out there that are really dependent on the rune quality to get to where you need to be. This is going to make it a little bit easier because you're going to get an extra 15% critical rate when this set. Now, looking at the stats overall, base HP typical for a 4-star attacker here. Attack power 769. I think that's a little underwhelming. I feel like some of the better monsters are going to be anywhere in the 800, with the top end being in the 900 category, and in the kind of bottom end around that like 700, low 700, whatnot. So it's a little bit above average for my liking here. But again, I made sure to put some of the best runes that I can possible to go ahead and test it out. Base defense, pretty typical again for a 4-star monster, nothing really too exciting, but speed overall is good. And then of course the other stats are going to be coming from my runes and whatnot here. So again, yeah, that's what we're going to do. Let's go ahead and hop on over to TOA Hard. We're going to start off in TOA Hard 80. Reason being is because TOA Hard, they have the, you know, these monsters are going to be having a little bit more defense, similar to what we're going to see in the PvP world. So we're going to go ahead and test it out and see on these first couple of skills, or first stage here. We got some light and dark monsters that we can go ahead and test it on. Fail. I went ahead and I forgot to take off the auto here. Let's go ahead and just try to hit one of these monsters here. We'll hit this unit right here. So let's crit. Let's see what we do. Boom, 41,000 damage, not too bad at all. And again, that is a 50% life tap skill. So does that make sense? I mean, let's think about that, right? 50% life tap, you're getting 21k HP. If you have that good of a damage multiplier, if you can get those stats, could we make an argument for playing around with some kind of a weird, interesting hybrid set where we have a little bit more HP, or we have a little bit more defense? You know, work on the effective HP. I don't know. That's what I want to get into, because again, third skill, 3-turn cooldown. I think it's something to play around with. Okay. Let's go ahead and do her second skill here. If I can get a chance to do it, don't be taking up, don't be locking me down here. Okay, we're good. Oh my god, okay, first skill, can't do it. Or sorry, second skill, we can't do it, so we'll do the first skill here. 31k on the first. I think we're gonna go ahead and have to wait because we got these skills going. Oh my god. Rest in peace. Rest in peace. Great damage testing, man. Yeah. All right, here we go. Let's go ahead and do it once more again. Now we're just going to do the second skill. We're going to do a second skill with the speed buff and everything, so we can get the speed bonus, and of course the attack buff and the defense break here. All right. Okay. We don't have the auto on, so let's go ahead and do the same attack again. We'll hit the person and let's take a look. 11k each, giving us about a 33k damage. Again, this skill is going to be, the damage is going to be increased based on the attack speed. I apologize, as I cannot test it with a higher, like, you know, SwiftBlade set with like 200 plus speed. I don't have the runes to make it happen. I think way back in the day, if you guys remember, one of my old school versions of Hua, we had like a speed attack. It was great, but again, I did not have the attack power. Sorry, the critical damage to make up for it as well. So, you know, of course, right now, still, that is pretty decent damage considering we're hitting the monsters on TOA Hard stage 80. So not too bad, not too bad. Let's go ahead and take it in DB10 real quick. Do I, you know, obviously, can this work? Yes, it can. We're going to showcase it right now. But when we think about it in the grand scheme of things, a lot of the units out there, obviously there's a ton of, you know, great recommendations. So I don't think this is something that you have to go out of your way to build. However, just one of the cool things to point out if you do decide to build this unit here, again, you know, thinking about the element of Drag as B10, it is a fire-based element, so it's going to be a little bit easier to get that crit on the boss when we get to that. We have the speed lead coming from further hill, so we're going to get a little bit more damage from our first and second skill. In addition to that, that second skill providing the fast swing here, three continuous damage turns that will definitely help on those bosses in that the mini boss stage and the final boss stage, getting that extra continuous damage just in case some things kind of go out of whack. Overall, though, from what I've seen, I've been pretty happy with it. Of course, as you can see right here, you know, Galleon Derp, Stella Derp, so we're probably going to be missing a whole lot of stuff here. It looks like the immunity is going to come up before she'll probably get an attack. Let's see. Maybe. Oh, okay. Well, Rip the Dream here still wasn't enough damage, but of course we're still going to be able to get the knockout here because we're right at the very end. It's unfortunate, but again, overall, with regards to some of the hits that you saw, again, similar to the TOA Hard, they were anywhere in the vicinity of that like 30 to 35k range with regards to damage. so not too shabby. I did do a couple of hits on the third skill, Delicate Whip, with the brain and defense break, and I think it was just right around 37k with these particular stats. Of course, you guys know that I use Luna. Luna has a skill based on enemy smash AP. You're going to get a lot more value out of units that have that particular skill, or if you're using that, or like you have the Lin, the Light Amazon. But again, I did want to showcase to it because it is a unit that you could use for Dragons B10. Giants B10, it would still work the same. I think it would do just fine, depending on the composition. But just keep in mind that it does have the multi-hits on the second skill, so it's gonna, increase the counter on the Giant's boss, and then, give you the more opportunities for him to counterattack. Necropolis B10, it works really good, similar to the Wind Rakshasa and the Dark Rakshasa, having those multi-hits on a second, and then of course, having the slow that you're going to be looking for when it comes to Necropolis here. So overall, I think it's a great monster for Necropolis B10 and DB10. Can you use it in GB10? Yes, but with regards to the extra additional hits, you can run into a little bit of issues if it decides to use that second skill more often than not there. So okay, so we already did the damage testing on TOA. We kind of took a look at the unit. Let's go ahead and come at it with the Guild War here. So take a look at this match. We got, of course, we have some people that have been, this is early in the week. Obviously this guild's going to be a little bit on the lower rank here. So again, we're just trying to have some fun messing around here to try to do some testing and see what kind of fun teams we can come up with. Looking at this first one here, we got Precious here. I'm seeing that Theo Rakan Jasoon. You know what? I don't know about you guys, but you know I have a really addictive thing about Rakans and whatnot here. Chances are it's going to have some immunity here, but we're hoping that maybe this guy doesn't have any wheel runes, so we can try to take advantage of it, lock that Rakan down. Let's go ahead and see if we can take a team on that. So here's what I'm thinking about, and of course this is quick theory crafting here. There's tons of teams that we're going to be able to play around with, but one of the first teams that kind of caught my eye was Kamoon, Orion, and bringing in Sue, of course. Now, when I think about this combination, right, when we think about Sue and what we're trying to do with regards to the third skill, we're going to do a lot of damage, but if we don't kill the monster, we're trying to, lock it down, right? We're trying to lock a unit down if we can. And so, considering that Orion, has that opportunity with the Harmless Pact to provide, 3 different harmful effects, we're going to be hoping that between 2 out of those 3, we can land it on a monster, especially one that's going to maybe have that defense break, and then we can follow through with Sue. But if not, I do have Kamoon in this situation that, of course, is synergized with another unit, and it just so happens to be that he's going to go first, so Kamoon can provide another harmful effect on the third skill. And then, of course, Sue can follow through here with this damage healing skill, Delicate Whip. Now, the cool thing about this is that, Kamoon has the shield that's going to keep her alive if she gets in a situation. Obviously, I'm going to try to put her in a scenario that's not going to have her be the main target, right? I'm not going to take this unit into a Wind Monkey King fight, Jingzei fight. I'm going to bring her in a team that's going to have multiply, more or less a lot of, water to fire based units here. And of course, we got the shield from Kamoon that I've already mentioned, but between Kamoon having his second skill life tap and Sue having a third skill life tap, I think that we can play around with a lot of control here, a lot of sustain. And then of course my Kamoon is also bit on Despair, so I have another way of stunning with all 3 monsters here. I got Orion's third skill, I got Kamoon's Despair set, and then of course I got Sue with the third skill, right? So we're gonna go ahead and test it out here. Up top, we'll go ahead and just take a cleansing. Sorry, we're gonna go ahead and cleave it out here. Obviously they could have will, but I'm hoping that they don't, or I'm hoping that they go faster than me. If not, we're gonna look very silly. I generally would use my Bastet, Charlotte Bastet Lucian team here, but I don't have that. Going just yet. Great, to my surprise, right? He does have will, and I get wrecked when it comes to the defense buff there. I did not get it on Ciara, so we are gonna take a super big hit here. So let's see what happens here with regards to Hodam. Is it gonna be enough? It is. All right, nice. So let's go ahead and auto it out here. Obviously this will take a little bit of time, but it's all good. Hopefully we can knock it out sooner than later. But hey, while you guys are sitting there just chilling, let me know what you're thinking in the comment section down below. Let me know what you think about some of the units out there that you really don't see all too, built all too much, and put it in there. You never know. I may just be motivated to build it in the future, because again, that's the thing right now. It's just not, there's just not a lot of monsters. I'm just not getting the monsters that I want when I'm doing my summons, so I just want to play around with some new stuff, and let me know. Okay, so let's see how lucky we can get. If we can get the defense break. Oh, okay. Let's see if we can get the hit point disturb on Rakan. Yes, we can. Well, here's the funny thing. He's already stunned, so it's really not going to make too much of a difference, right? We should just save the skill. But let's go ahead and do a little bit of damage testing. Let's see what damage we can do. Remember, we're at 100% critical rate, so we should crit. All right. Nice, 31k, and that's 31k without an attack buff. So keep that in mind, because again, we are sitting at a little over 2200 attack, 160 critical damage. My towers, all the towers in the Guild War are maxed out. We can take a look at it here with respect to the Elemental Tower. We got that tower sitting here at 17%, and then of course we have the Guild War Tower at the 60% attack. So keep that in mind if you guys ever decide to build this one here. Now I'm going to be using Orion's third skill as much as I can. I'm going to go ahead and try to stay on Theo since I got that despair set, and it looked like it worked out here. Let's go ahead. I mean, obviously we ain't trying to crit. Well, I guess we'll just hit this unit here. 4,300 damage, but of course it was not. It was, what is it called? It didn't have a defense break, so the damage is going to be a little bit lower, but it's all good. Just take it down. Overall, though, happy so far with what I see. And again, we'll have to keep on thinking about teams that we can use that has a lot of harmful effects or can generate a lot of ways of providing additional damage, whether it's the attack buff or the defense break here. So yeah, let's go ahead and just auto it out here. We're about done, and let's see what we can do for the next one here. So far, so good. I like this kind of combination. Again, Kamoon is a great companion when it comes to Sue, providing those two types of sustain. And then, of course, the shield. If Sue gets targeted, it's going to be helping out. And then, of course, as the shield is up, if the hit points are low, it can kind of hold off until it gets that third skill, the Delicate Whip, up and provide the heal. Let's see what we got here for next. Why so serious? What do you got going on here? Let's see. So this one here, let's go ahead and play the gambling game. You guys already know what I'm about to do. We're going to go ahead and we're going to do a little something crazy here, okay? We're going to go full water, and we are going to bring Bastet here. Bastet's going to provide the shield with a little bit of, with some decent mitigation here. Generally, when I play around with Bastet, you'll see me more often than not run the what's it called? Her defensive leader skill. Like I use Bastet with like Ethna and Laika, or Bastet, Ethna, Kumar, or something like that. This time around, we're going to take advantage of Sue's leader skill, and we're going to see what kind of damage we can get. I really do feel that we're going to have the jump on this monster. I have about 280 speed on Bastet. If we can get that first turn, Orion follows through. I feel like once we get one of these units locked down, we just snipe them, take them out, go right from there. I'm hoping it's Gemini, because of course we can run into the wind element here from Ganymede, dealing with that. But again, I would rather go for Gemini if we get lucky here, just because he can strip all of our buffs and whatnot here. We'll take a standard team for this one here. This is one of my favorite teams to do. I was actually talking to, or I mentioned it in a video, or one of my streams and whatnot. There was a lot of people out there that were kind of criticizing Chloe because she's 2,000 late. We built them early on when the meta was kind of kicking off in the arena. Definitely a fan favorite, but now people are thinking she's kind of lackluster. I do still find her valuable in Guild Wars, and I use her in this particular combination to take on any Ciara or Ryan X comp, where X is generally a fire-based unit. And the reason why I say fire, because again, between the two damage dealing units, whether it's Rakan, whether it's Laika, whether it's Perna, Kumar is going to have the advantage versus Ciara, but of course he's going to be able to hold his own against somebody of the likes of Perna or like a Rakan or whatnot here. So let's go ahead and take it on. First team here. I'm praying to get the first turn. He does have a speed lead. Does he have a swift set on there on that unit? We're going to find out. Oh my god, we got super lucky here. Can we get the clutch buff removal of the will and stun that monster? Oh my goodness. Okay. So, oh, defense break. I like this game. Gosh, I like it. Okay. Well, we're definitely going to get Gemini out the way. He better not be tanky as all hell. 49k. That is nuts. 50k damage. And again, we get 25k HP, which of course is overkill due to the fact that it is we're just generally, when we're doing an attacker build, we're generally not going to have that, those kind of stats. So again, think about what I was talking to you guys about early on. Is it even worth our time to like play around with the hyper set? Is their base stats even worth messing around here? You know, what do you guys think about that? Let's see. Let's go ahead and we'll take out, I kind of want to go trying to get the crit on Ganymede here. Let's do it one time. Let's go with the crits here. Oh, well, we didn't get it out the way, but it was enough here. We'll put the attack buff on. Oh, maybe not. All right, lock it down, and maybe, actually, no, it's not going to be up. I was going to say, maybe your third skill is going to be up. It's not, because, of course, I don't have the cooldown. I don't have the, you know, Devilmon Zen into it. So, who knows? Let's see, now with the Perna, that we can possibly get that third skill going. But, of course, Bastet, I don't know if her, yeah, okay, Bastet skill's up. Are we ready? Nope, we're not. We're probably just going to kill it right there. There you go, 20k. Not too bad at all. Oh, rip the dream. I just got pwned with this guy's CR Orion Kumar comp being faster than me. Again, note to self, when you decide to talk about a Chloe team and how it can be a great counter to a CR Orion, make sure that you can get good, get those runes so that you don't look silly stupid on camera, right? Okay, so either way, we've got a couple of derps here, so we're still going to be able to get the job done, take it out here. In this particular situation, when I take this team, I still mess around with Orion versus Rakan. Reason being is because Orion is going to give Rakan a ton of turn advantage, also going to provide that defense break that gives him the opportunity to snipe one of my units here. So let's see. All right. So again, we're still going to go for Orion. I'm not even going to heal right now. I just want to get this unit out the way. Look at that. It might have been just enough to get it done. Now we'll go ahead and auto it out. This is where everything gets, I don't know if you guys have heard my videos before, but I swear every time Rakan goes by itself, he starts collapsing all over the place and just wrecks face. I think I got about 3 out of the 5 collapse. Oh, let's make it 4 out of 6. Yeah, let's go ahead and kill Kumar. No big deal. No big deal at all. Let's go. Okay. Is the collapse coming? I think it is. Nope, we got it. All right, there it is. Surprise attack takes Rakan down. We are ready to go. Okay, one more match. Let's see what we can do. Let's see who we find here. What's this? All right, so we got a team set up here. We're gonna go a little bit more of that YOLO, have some fun with that unit here. Gemini Orion, we got a couple of ways of providing the defense break if Orion defense break doesn't land. And then of course we got the stuns off of Gemini to see what we can do. Downtown, we're gonna try to get some redemption on that Chloe Galleon combination here, and then try to follow through with Ethna taking out Theo right away, and then allowing Sierra just to kind of beat down on Galleon while we clean up the mess with regards to Ethna here. So let's see what we can do. Shouldn't be too much of an issue here, but you never know. The good thing about it is that Saurian, if he provides that defense break, he's going to go for Gemini versus my 2 water-based units. So that'll give Chow a different target so that Sue can stay out a little better. Okay, so we got the defense break here. Can we get a stun? We're kind of wasting the defense break. Oh, nice. We did get the stun on Chow. Let's go ahead and try to take out the Saurian here. 33k, not too shabby. Again, no, what's it called? You know, no attack power here, so that's not too bad at all. And it looks like that the, you know, the way how that person had the skill built, that it's gonna, you know, had a little bit more defense here. As you saw, the damage was a little bit lower than what it was in the past here. Come on, can we get the stun in this unit? Get it. Oh my god, rip the drain here. Let's not lose her. Let's not lose her just yet. I like this. All right. So of course we cannot use that first skill. Or I mean, we have to use that first skill. We don't have that third skill up just yet. So that's what I kind of wanted to, you know, put out there. Obviously, if I really want to, you know, take advantage of what I'm trying to talk about with regards to this low cooldown time, I'll have to look into a violence set down the road, more than likely. I'll have to obviously max out that skill so we can get on a 3-turn cooldown. But who knows? I mean, like again, I'm still kind of going back and forth about, or not going back and forth, but I'm still like thinking in my head what I can do. You know, think about the command type of units, those Konamias, those Rakunis, those Olivias. You know, think about those units that really can help assist in generating those turns. You know, if we're not fortunate with regards to violent perks or whatnot. I think there's a couple of options that could be done, and I'm excited to you know, test those out here. Interesting. Okay, so I still kind of want to go for Theo here. You know, we got the will still on Galleon, so Ciara should be going before him. Let's see. Yep, okay, there we go. So we'll go ahead and reduce the attack bar on this guy. Go ahead and try to take out both of those units. Actually, probably all 3 of those units. Nope, just 2. All right, there we go. So again, that's going to be it for that match here. We're going to lose Galleon, but that's all right. He's still actually pretty tanky here. Nope, we did lose him, but it's all good. We still got the KO there. But yeah, that's going to be pretty much it, guys, for that showcase on Sue the Water Rakshasa. Again, you know, do I have it perfectly built? You know, definitely not. I'm not taking advantage of the speed, you know, aspect here, provided a little bit more speed, you know, that to improve those other damage dealing skills. But again, I really was looking at that 3rd skill, Delicate Whip, to see what we can do, see what kind of damage we can do, and if that is the case, what can we do or how can we build it in order to take full advantage of this in maybe like a live PvP format or whatnot. Is this something that we could possibly build in a hybrid? Is this something that might throw some people off guard by bringing it in a combination here and being like, oh, it's going to look squishy, it's probably going to be, you know, like I said, it's going to be squishy, people probably go for it. Can we build it in fashion, or is it worth our time to even try due to the fact of the, you know, average-ish, you know, base HP and, you know, lower kind of average defense here. Prior to putting this set on, I had a Fatal Broken set that was actually triple attack, or speed attack that gave me a plus 1850 attack. But it was, again, since I don't have the critical damage on 4 slot, I was down to about 120 critical damage. So I gained, I lost a, what's it about? Yeah, more or less at about, you know, 300, like a little under 300 attack power for the additional 40% critical rate. But the cool thing about that is that particular set gave me an additional like 4k HP and like almost 160 more defense here, so she was a little bit more tanky here. Of course, that is with just, you know, speed attack. There's a lot of combinations you can do with regards to hybrid attack, crit damage attack, HP crit damage, you know, yeah, HP crit damage attack or whatever. And so I'm curious to see what you guys would kind of think, and if you guys wanted me to play around with it, let me know. I have upwards of about 27 Devilmon, so I could invest some more Devilmon down the road to test it out. I have a couple more Rakshasas, but I do have a few more Devilmon to go ahead and fill it out here, because again, if we don't get this, if we at least don't get lucky to, you know, max out this 3rd skill, I mean, there's not even worth trying or whatever. That's what we're trying to get value out of here. But yeah, overall, that's going to be it, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know it's a little bit different than what we normally do, so let me know if you did, and I hope if you do, please hit that like button, okay, so we can let other people know to go ahead and check it out. That's going to be it, guys. It's your boy Childish from ChildishPlays. Check it out. Take care, and we will see you all next time. We're out.